Villainous by It's_Kingston on AO3. Episode 15. Chapter 11. League. Toga slid the phone back into her pocket and spun around to face Ochako. They'll probably be there soon. Should we get moving? Okay. Ochako nodded. Just get through here now. Toga pointed to the final turn in the labyrinth of alleyways they've gone through. Hey, Toga? Ochako said meekly. The blonde stopped to look at Ochako, who seemed to fiddle with her shirt nervously. Don't tell me you're backing out. Her tone was condescending and threatening all in the same time. No, it's not that. Ochako was quick to defend her resolve. It's just a little nerve-wracking, is all. She met the other girl's eyes, watching for a reaction. You'll be fine. Toga moved closer to her, taking the hero's hand in her own. They won't hurt you. I promise they are actually really nice. They're my family. Toga didn't seem malice now, only reassuring. Maybe that's why Ochako tightened her grip on the blonde's hand and walked forward with her, into territory unknown by heroes, whether pro or in training. Okay. Ochako took the turn with Toga, leading them out of the alley and to a small warehouse-looking building. It was near the port, probably falling under the aquatic hero jurisdiction. It was well kept, though it had its share of broken windows. It probably hadn't had any government-approved business running out of it in years. This made it a hot destination for anyone looking to get their hands on anything not quite legal. Jin and Dabi kicked out some drug dealers and used this place to run their money operations. They're basically bank loaners, but with higher interest and fewer questions. Toga exclaimed. A purple glow came from one of the windows, electrocuting a right on time from the blonde. They're here, Ochako asked, still refusing to let go of Toga's hand. Yeah, hey, don't get so worked up. You've met 2 of the 5 of us. You'll be fine. Toga said excitedly. The closer they got, the more the blonde began smiling. Was this a trap? Or was she happy to introduce them? Either way, Ochako couldn't back out now. Logically, she was the closest of every attempt to get with the League. Plus, there wasn't time to plan an escape route. She didn't know the area, though the League probably did, especially Twice and Dabi. They presumably hung around the area for their scheme to work. Ochako would be caught if she ran, and that they know for sure she wasn't to be trusted. It was the low road today. Get close with the villains for now. Then, it was only the high life. Stopping them, saving the world, being able to take care of her parents. Hey, crazy. You didn't get killed sneaking into UA? That's a surprise. A scarred man with black hair spoke from just outside the warehouse massive doors. He laughed dryly. Ochako recognized him as Dabi. Yeah. Toga waved him off, and the man smiled slightly. Negate, this is Dabi. Dabi, negate. She gestured between the two. Hey, he said. His voice was raspy and possibly bordering malice. Ochako wasn't sure if that was for intimidation or due to the fact that his throat was burned and charred like the rest of his body. Hello, she replied back, her voice wavering slightly more than intended. She took a breath and tried to act confident and normal, channeling as much of All Might in Eraserhead's composure as she could. Hey, are they here yet? Twice was the first to round the corner, likely to be followed by the last 2 members soon enough. Hey, Jin. Toga smiled at the masked man. Ochako assumed he returned the gesture, though he was in his mask and it was hard to tell. I never properly introduced you two. Twice, this is Negate. Negate, this is Twice. She pointed between the two, like when she had introduced Dabi. Hey, hero. I was in a little rush the other day, but thanks for returning my cash. Twice said, shooting finger guns at Ochako. She laughed genuinely, caught off guard by the man's actions. It's no problem. She smiled. Toga smiled widely between the small group. She was proud of her hero, in a weird sense. Mostly she was happy that Ochako had joined in their little family, though she wasn't truly a member yet. She had to get the okay from everyone first. Besides, Uraraka Ochako was the definition of suspicious in Toga's eyes. If she simply wanted cash, she'd drop out of that crummy school. Right? What's the commotion? Have they arrived? A misspaced man that Ochako assumed was Kurogiri stepped out of the warehouse. A pale man with a hand attached to his face followed him out. Huh. So this is the new one? The blue-haired man asked. He was definitely Shigaraki Tomura, the leader's official leader. Yeah, Kiro and Shiggy, this is Nagate. Toga gestured greatly towards Ochako, as if revealing a statue. Yeah, Ochako said, reaching out for a handshake. Shigaraki just stared, not making a move. Dobby choked laugh rang out through the empty dock. That's not a good idea, Hiro. He leaned against the metal wall of the warehouse. Unless you want to be dust. Oh, yeah, I completely forgot. Ochako said nervously, before stiffly retracting her hand. Come in, Nagate. We've prepared chairs and a table inside to conduct this interview. Kurogiri, who appeared to be the one keeping everyone on track, gestured her inside. Okay. She nodded, grabbing Toga's hand as the six entered the building. It was a reflex she was embarrassed to have. The gray floor was cracked in some places, where a tuft of grass poked through. These spots were mainly around the broken windows, caused by explosion of elements. A wooden table and 6 chairs sat in the middle of an otherwise empty warehouse. Ochako suspected they were from Twice and Dobby's deals. 5 chairs were placed on one side of the table, with a single chair on the other side. The villain sat on the side with the exit, while Ochako had her back to the wall. A safety precaution? Probably. This had to be a risk for them. You've got to sit over there. Toga gestured to the lone chair and releases Ochako's hand. Yeah, I figured. The hero chuckled awkwardly, hoping to keep the air from getting tense after the handshake mistake. Alright, is that the best place to end it off? No, it's not. Sorry, Kingston. I'm leaving it off here because I have to go on a trip. And I'm gonna take my good 4-day... Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, sorry. I turn around and all I see is Storm staring at me. My cat. Like, motherfuckers... I'm not even gonna try to explain that, but... This is interesting. This is adorable. Look at this. Yeah, adorable. Meeting a bunch of criminals. Dude, how... Look, I don't have words, but I'm gonna end it off here. I wonder how the interview is gonna go. It's probably gonna go well, all things considered. Probably. Hopefully. I mean, we still have 15 more chapters left. We're not even halfway done, so... Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? We're not even halfway done. Oh my. Oh my. I'm actually really, really liking this so far, and I cannot wait for the angsty parts. Now, Raindrops, you might be thinking, why can't you wait for the angsty parts? Because you're going to be crying, and I'm going to be crying, and we're going to be crying together. If I have to suffer, you must suffer with me. Anyways, as always, my Raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.